Hello everyone. Today we have rate limiter system design on our bench, and I'm prepared for you one of the simplest and scalable and design with best performance. So let's try to see how it works. I have here rate limiter class prepared, and it have allowed bucket size and refuel after time. These parameters are how big size of bucket can be, and how often we would like to refill that bucket. Next is current bucket size. We need this parameter to monitor current state of the bucket. And last refill time, it is a parameter which stores, it has long data type, and it stores timestamp of refill time. So we should calculate how many buckets can refill to in time. So here, while initialization, we have assigning allow bucket size and refill after. Of course, it's milliseconds, and then after all, we are doing refill. Refill in this case, first if will be realized. So we have last refill time set it to null. That's why we are setting it to current date and time. It's timestamp, and current bucket size is going to 0. If we will call the refill again, it will check if bucket size is over than 0, comparing, because every request to API will add 1 to bucket size, and it will just grow. It will to size, and then we can calculate how much we can refill our bucket. So you see here we have current time minus last refill time, and this is in division of refill after by allowed bucket size. So here we know refill amount, and if it's more than 0, then we do current bucket size minus that amount. So in this case, if we're reaching lower than 0, then we should put just 0 and setting new refill time to current timestamp. In case of success, of course, we return true, and let's see how do we allow the request. So if new request API comes, our system, desired system, will just ask this rate limiter if this method will return true, then request is allowed to run, or if this is false, then just no requests can be accepted. In the beginning of the call of the method, we have refill call, and in this case, we don't need any additional process that will just do refilling for us. Of course, we have it, it's not here. And if we are allowing the this request, then we're doing bucket plus plus, so we're adding a +1. And after that, if our bucket size is lower than allowed bucket size, and then we return true or false. In other way, here we have also our getters and setters, so it's not interesting to describe. I hope you everybody understands how getters and setters works. It's not necessary. Let's check how our tests are like. It's like tests. First one file, and here what I'm doing before I need wait time, and it's for test like 10 seconds. And I'm defining new rate limiter with allowed bucket size is 5, thread wait time is 10 seconds. It's in fact allowed bucket size and time to refill. For first test is refill test, and in after this initialization, we already have refilled the our bucket, so it is 0, and we have our time parameter set it. So a refill should return false. After that, we are going to wait some time. It's in this case 10 seconds, and after allow trying to put some request simulating that. And so we are going to bigger bucket in this. So will be allowed because 10 seconds was already waited. I here just true. This is try catch, and if some error occurs, then we just ascertain that 1 is equal to 0 just to fail the test and find out what is going on. The next test is allow request test. It's as I mentioned, we have 5 allowed buckets. So first request, second, third, fourth, and fifth are okay, and sixth should not be allowed, so we should get false. Let's run this tests and see if everything is okay. Here, of course, we are waiting because we have, as I mentioned, we have here 3 sleep. So we're sleeping for 10 seconds, and everything passed okay. The next test I'm prepared for you. It's rate limiter integration test. It's like full, not metered, but full functionality test. In the beginning, I'm also defining thread wait times, which also is 10 seconds, and allowed bucket size is 5. And then I'm doing rate limiter test. For first 5 my requests, we are going to true, and this is it. It's false, and we should have false for refill because not in event. After that, we are going to wait it 10 seconds, and after that, refill should return us true and refill our bucket. After that, we are going to make a request again, and we are going to have a true here. The same situation with try catch because of thread sleep was used. If something happened, then we are going to just fail this test. Let's run the tests, all the tests here in this package. We're going to do this one. While we are waiting, I'm saying you about scalability of this solution, and it is scalable. Imagine the situation when you have many API servers and you have to put the rate limiter. Case it's all done. Every test spent, everything is okay. Just say scope. So returning to scalability. In this case, we can store our parameters, these ones, on the shared Redis. It will allows us to save our good resource performance and also to reach scalability of the rate limiter. Also, if we need to limit somebody by token or our system have structure than where we have every user have, for example, its own token, then we can assign to hash map a token and limit. So we can operate with rate limiter, with parameter in terms of amount, allowed bucket size, and time to refill by each another token. So you may allow 100 requests per minute for one token, and you can allow, for example, 10 requests per second for another token. Yeah, and you can do the other stuff like charging that API clients or so on. But it is available. As you see, this is super simple design, and it is very fast and very simple to remember. It's okay if you will realize it in others. In other, I mean that you will not be adding current bucket size, not increasing. So the main thing here is to have the bucket and to fill or to empty it, and also refill it with amount calculated by time. It's everything from me for today. Leave comments, like, subscribe, and maybe suggest another some topics to do it for you. I'm just committing and pushing the changes, naming it as rate limiter system design, and you can get this source code on my public GitLab. You can find the links under the description of this video. Thank you and see ya later.